It's my boy Swellan. What up, Swellan?
Well, I can't say that when he's bigger than me. I know.
Swellan. What is up? It's your boy Jonni Shreve, IFBB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is. We are back at the Blue Star Nutraceuticals headquarters again with Kellan here, and we're gonna put him through an absolutely grueling shoulder workout, give you the best pumpkin delts you've ever seen. So without further ado, guys, keep your eyes glued to the screen, ears glued to the speakers, and let's learn some shit. Okay, so we're gonna start off with doing some lateral raises, dumbbell standing lateral raises first before we get into our pressing movements. The point of this is to just really get the shoulders warmed up very well before we get into doing a pressing movement, and we can avoid really having to load the shoulders that much. I find that a better result in loading the shoulders is finding a good moderate weight to bring your shoulders to exhaustion instead of a heavier weight that's gonna force too much trauma to the joints. So we're starting off with this, get him in position and watch him do a set first and then make some tweaks, optimize his dumbbell lateral raises. Go ahead. Jesus Christ. Are you mad at me, man? Keep going, keep going. Good work, man. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, that's it. One, nice. One more. One pull, good, awesome. So cool, man, like you're doing it good.
Yeah, done.
I like it, but I want to see you see you're like already tense here.
Am I? Was I?
You're already tense here already.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? So I want you to think of like when we're trying to do like any of these movements, what's doing the moving, and let's isolate that for sure, right? And how can we do that without like really changing too much? I like what you're doing with your hands. Like I like this. What I want you to do is kind of like get yourself like longer, right? You don't have to be like hyperextended, but like if I was gonna like throw a punch at me, just like throw a punch, just and hold it out. Don't knock me out, dude. So think of a punch feeling like this, right? And you're strong from here, and you want to bend the elbow a little bit, right? There you go. Now flex, flex. There you go. Feel that? Now take this guy here and pull it out to the side.
Okay.
There's where you want to be here, right? So when we pull this down from here, and it goes to here, right? Think about being the widest, the longest you can be, right? And that's going to emphasize here, right? Everything furthest away from your midline is gonna be harder. So we like bend this in here, of course we can fucking, right? If we pull these a little further away from here and pull to here and try to touch both sides of the wall, see what happens to your shoulders and your traps. So don't think about don't have to bring it out here. Let them naturally come to my side here. Up, right? Now we wanna do that exact same thing, loading it.
Okay.
Right? Now if we can't do that, then we shouldn't load it. Now I want you to do the same thing, right?
So keep it out here, or keep it here?
Right there you go, right? You don't have to like push this out even more, right? Even your setup, positioning, if I gotta push a hand out this way, I'm using my front delt to put myself in position here, when I don't need to use that at all yet, right? So I can just leave it there, right? Go ahead. There you go. I want you to sustain that, right? Oof. That's heavy. Everything's gonna try to make this easier, right? That's what your body's gonna do. So we gotta take over that, right? So we can't let our elbows bend. Remember, we said stronger, straighter, trying to reach out wider. Trying to touch the side of it. There you go, good, good. So like if you're gonna do this, like actually working out for those who are watching, and you've overshot your weight in terms of like changing your tempo and your form, use that as your warm-up set. Right? Because right now, like you did only 8 reps and that fired everything right off. And you did 8 really good reps. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drop it down to the weight that we want to get over that 10 rep range and try and go as high as you can, like 10 to 25 reps. Okay. Right? So think of like the time and attention and how long you're gonna be holding a weight for. So choose wisely, 25 for sure, we can hammer it up easily. Right? And I don't want your tempo to be like this and holding down either. I want you just to focus on the change of direction from here to here, right? It doesn't really get hard, really from until here to here, right? So we want to emphasize getting from here and down, right? Really controlling that down.
Slower on the way down?
Not slower, but like a little just controlled, right? I don't want you holding like this and holding it down. Think of like 1 second control, right? I want to see the change of direction, not necessarily like you trying to hold this weight like this. So literally go grab like the 15. Now, if we've undershot the weight, make it harder, move up, right? But right now you're gonna be pretty gassed, just. Good. Now, I want you to focus on not letting yourself open up and then you having your back hyperextend. So hinge a little bit, right? So get a little athletic position in your feet. So here, and sit back like if you're doing like front relax. right? Yeah, there you go. Now go. There you go, and down. Up and down. Just touch. Down. Go fast all the way down. Up, and then down. Control. Remember not to don't jar at the bottom. Control the bottom. There you go. There you go. Pull. Good. That chest is gonna come up. Good. When you're pulling up, the chest is gonna come up. Pull everything up. Good. Chest up. Good. 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 Relax.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Right? Oh. Right. How do your shoulders feel?
They're on fire.
You haven't done much yet, right?
No.
And it's like honestly, like it's like it took me a while for me to get the weight out of my head.
Okay.
Right? Because it's like the only one who really cares about how much weight I'm lifting are the other guys. Right? Judges don't care how much weight you can lift, and I'm sure if you have a girlfriend, she doesn't give a crap either. Right? So what we want to do is like use these variables to force a load to be able to control and to stimulate muscle growth without having to incorporate the rest of the body to get the weight up.
So keep it light, but
Keep it lighter and controlled, like not easy. Light is different than easy. People mix the two up, right? Rest enough time. I want your rep to look like this. Just from here to here, and it's, and my chest is gonna come up, but not back.
right.
Just up. And then grab whatever weight you want to grab. Just think about like making it look good. Not like, sexy, but like make the rep look, proper. That's gonna really like set the tone for how hard the set's gonna be. The better your form is, the harder it will feel. But the better results you'll get over time, the faster you'll grow or progress,
Okay.
right?
How many reps are we going for?
10 min. Whatever you fail at, that's the rep we're gonna do for the next 2 sets. So if you do like 15 reps, that's the reps you're gonna do for the next 2 sets after that.
Can I do 20s?
Yeah.
Would I stick at 20 for the other 2 sets after? Or?
You gotta stick to the weight.
Yeah?
That way you gotta keep, and I'm not spotting you. We can add a couple of things in like rest pause to make sure you've done rest pause, rest set before?
Yep.
Okay, so we can do that to make sure that you hit the rep range. So start off at 20 if you want. You gotta ask yourself the question, can you do 20 perfectly for minimum 10 reps?
I think so.
There you go. I like that. I want to see 10 perfect reps, PS. There you go. Breathe. There you go. There you go. 5. Nice. That's it. I don't want to see any traps. 7. Nice work. Get long. 8. Good. Elbows bend. 9. Good. Come on. 10. Good. Come on. 1, good. One more. Done. Good. 11. It's like the ability to sustain a negative in this position isn't conducive to like the actual quality of the set, right? So if I'm like doing like a negative of like a pull down, it's anatomically more optimal for me to hold a negative than trying to hold a negative out this way, right? So controlling the part of the rep range that it's the hardest, which would be like from here to here, makes more sense to try to do this and hold it because this isn't going to hold as long as this will take over, right? And if we can hold the weight like this really slow, I would suggest probably going a little higher in weight, that you can just control the rep range in terms of like the change of direction from here to here. Like basically like in this area, we want to control this. I don't want to go here and then try to hold it like this, right? I'd rather take the maybe 4 seconds trying to hold that in and then add 2 more reps. Make sense?
Yep.
11 reps, let's go.
Guess 20 is a loss of 15s.
Yeah, you can't go down, man. So again, I want you, when you're doing these, I want you to think of like being in a good athletic position. I don't want you like sitting like this. So at the top of your rep, you end up kind of doing this stuff, right? If you have a little bit of that forward lean, almost like we're doing a start of a straight arm pull down or a squat or whatever, front relax, kind of a little bit of a tiny bit of like a hinge, right? So we're pulling up. We don't have this rocking back thing, right? Let's go. 1, that's it. 2, right down, that's it. 3, good. 5, that's it. Take your time, breathe. 6, control all the way down to the bottom. 8, good. Take your time at the bottom. Relax, relax, relax. Catch your breath, catch your breath, catch your breath. Relax. Calm down, calm down. There you go. Now go. Drive it up. There you go. Good. Done. Not necessarily a rest pause, more so than like when you're doing your reps and you have a certain amount of reps, let's say in this instance 10 reps, and you get down to a point where you can't, and you know for sure that you're not going to be able to do or sustain this tempo for 10 reps. Once you get to the reps that are harder, like take yourself a little bit of a break. Calm your heart down, take a few breaths in, and then take 1 rep at a time until you hit your max reps that you're aiming for, right? So you get 6 reps, then you're here. 1, 2, right? And we're trying to keep doing that is kind of like keeping yourself with good form, so not, just trying to momentumly swing this thing up until we're done, right?
Yep.
So you can definitely do these unilaterally or bilateral. Right now we're doing bilateral. Unilateral work is great to do for those who just want to give that muscle a little more extra tension in isolation, right? So doing these, holding on to a bench or even do it with the cables, the benefits of that is, like, again, you can put in a little more attention into each arm, right? And if you're looking at, my shoulder isn't as big as the other one, you could use that as well too. But in terms of like pure aesthetics and trying to recreate your body recomposition, doing unilateral work is very beneficial for every muscle group, whether it be like lunges or, one arm presses, one arm rows, like those all have its place. So put that in the arsenal if you want to continue to build some muscle, right? 1 more set.
Okay.
Perfect. This is your best set, right? I want no traps. I want you to feel the floor. I want you to get it right up, nice and tight. There you go. That's it. Come on. 2. There you go. That's it. Come on. 3. Good. Take your time. You're getting there. You're getting there. Take your time. Catch your breath. Come on. There you go. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Don't start until you have your breath. I want you to focus. Perfect rep. Get it up. You get 2 more. That's it. Good. That's it. Finish strong. Take as much time as you need. That's it. Focus. Last rep. Done. Good. How do you feel?
Good. Seeing stars.
Yeah, seeing stars. That's good. Okay, so shoulders are prime. First exercise is done. We've done a couple of our warm-up sets, our feeler sets, so to speak, and got into our hard sets, 3 hard sets. We're gonna move on to seated barbell overhead press. You guys can do this at your own gym if you have a machine press or a Smith machine, or if you even want to do dumbbells. We're basically just doing our primary pressing movement right now over the next station. So follow along. Oh. Okay, so here's what we kind of want to do, right? If we set this thing back, where you kind of want to be like, enough to, right, unrack, sit back, press,
Go for it.
right?
Yep.
Because like, where are you gonna fail? Not here.
Down here.
You're gonna be like, then I'm like, Johnny, please get down. I'm like,
Yeah.
right? So we're gonna basically like adjust the seat close enough to give you the ability to kind of like basically unrack it like you do in a front squat, right?
Yep.
We're here, right? And we're already in that, like say if we're standing doing overhead press anyway, we'd already be in that position here too, right? If I wanted to, I can go from here and do my set there,
Yep.
right? So we're gonna basically get ourselves here, we can sit back, right? Adjust yourself a bit, and from here, we can press, right? Now, this basically ends up being like a really high incline, right? So think of that when you're pressing. So just get in here and just kind of just go through the motions.
Now,
Right.
should I be close grip or?
The wider you are, the range of motion is shortened. Rather than the elbow having to travel from here to here, it's the same as like a press. It's the opposite movement of a pull down,
Okay.
right? This is the same as this. It's just the load changes in terms of the concentric, right? So you don't have to be super wide, but as long as you're like in a nice spot where, when you're pressing, you have good range of motion through and control, and it saves them load, perfect. Go in there, get close, yeah. So when you're coming up to unrack that bar, get underneath it, like tight from here, tight, tight. So now you can kind of get yourself underneath, and then you can effortlessly just kind of like, pick up, sit back, plant your feet, push from the ground, push from the butt, push right up, good, good. And we want to think stacking the joints, so this is good. Making sure your wrist, fist, wrist, and elbow are underneath. Now I like this, but like what I don't like is how much is not sitting on this part as well, right?
So should I switch grip?
No, the grip's not bad. Like I would rather you wrap your thumb, but more so like put it down for a sec. It's where your hand is. So if you think of like the strongest part of your hand, in terms of like where it aligns with your wrist, lay it across this part here.
Yep.
If it starts to creep down here, then we're just like pressing on like, your wrist joint, just doing this.
Okay.
Right? So you think of like being at like right here. that way, right? Now I'd rather have you do this because it's easier to do this way.
Yep.
Plus if you drop it, it's gonna just fall out of your fingers.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, because like the suicide grip like this with the thumb under, like if it's closer in between, it feels more comfortable. But like, yeah, if I'm here, I'd rather have the thumb over.
And it's a slight little bit of like think it's the same way you're doing this, but not as much.
Okay.
Like you want that to be like right?
Yeah.
Good. 7. Good. Good racket. So what are you normally pressing for reps when you do this? Weight-wise?
345s on both sides.
Yeah, right?
No.
Let's do this.
I started with 25.
Start 25? And your rep range was like that 12 rep range again, wasn't it?
Like for 25 and 45, I can.
So let's start kind of seeing where we're going with this. And let's go to like a 10 minimum rep range, and you should be able to do like 12. Good. I want a good change of direction. Don't bounce to the bottom. See that little bit of bounce? I'll think like an elevator ride, right? Yeah. Bring the elevator down to the ground, first floor, and pull it back up. There you go. First floor, push. 10. Good. Control. 11. Pull. Good. Good. Racket. Good. So look, when you're doing this, like there's nothing wrong. Like again, like we did those first.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting you to be as strong as at this at all. And you have to think that too. Once you've done like say like a pre-exhaust or whatever exercise you start off with is going to set the tone to the rest of your exercise.
I start with this usually.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, so we have to take in mind that this isn't the first, this is the second thing we're doing, right? So anything after that is still maximum effort, but again, finding the weight that will still load that muscle primarily, right? When you're doing these, we want to have a good like change of direction. So from here, it's pushing up, right, and then down, right? And it's that little bit that'll make the biggest difference, right? Because we're getting the muscle to actually stretch from here and actually do the pulling instead of kind of doing this, like catching and releasing type thing, right? So think about like an elastic. If I go like this, right, that's how far it goes.
Yep.
If I do this, it goes further, right? Yeah. The first thing is what you're doing to start, as most people do. They kind of jump and do this, and they miss that stretch and then that stretch flex, that that fling will get up by controlling it. So we want to stretch that muscle, then boom, boom. Then we can have more speed and power going through rather than almost like turning off for a second and then catching and delaying and then reacting. And that's when you get like shoulder pinch and stuff, when you're just kind of jarring a little bit.
So it's not, the negative isn't as important, it's just control the whole time?
The negative is important, right? But we don't have to push it as much more so than like controlling the weight down and then bring it down to its full range of motion and then pushing from there, right? If you do 20 reps, I'm not expecting you to have a 3-second negative, not a chance, right? If you're gonna do like 12 reps, probably like a 2-second negative, right? Well, I'm looking at more control, right? The entire set itself is gonna take a good amount of time regardless. So do it again, take your time. That first set counts. So now I want you to make the set harder from floor to core, right from the ground. There you go. Control down, feel it, squeeze up. There you go. Good. Down, push, jack it up there. Keep his feet planted on the ground, push from the ground. That's it, come on. That's it, good. 2 more, 2 more. Push, push, good. 1 more, down and up, you got it. Control, control. Push, 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 good. Rapid. All right. So let's say let's not say anything. You got 10 reps.
Yeah.
Right. You're around like an 8 to 10 rep around this. The load is heavy enough that this is what you can sustain for that many amount of reps over that course of time in this set. Right. So now we just do this again, and then just make it better and better. The better the set is, the harder it will feel, but the more efficient it's going to be. Right. Those last like 2 reps, we lost like a little bit of that range of motion. That's getting to a point where you're just thinking about getting the set over with, more so than like, I want to make sure that I'm getting down and up the same place every single time.
So if you're working out alone and you don't have a spotter though, is it better to do like towards the last reps to swing like that, or Just
like a little, like
give it a little boost, and the elastic thing we're talking about.
Oh, no, so go, like, no. Because, like, so put it this way, like, if you can't get up, you can't get it up. So if you get down all the way to here, you lower it down like you've been lowering it down. Like, let's put it this way, if you have, like, 10 reps and you've been lowering it at the same tempo in a sense, and you just can't get it up, great, you did the part of the rep that we need anyway, right? It's not that important that we sit there and we try to jam this weight up to get that next set, because eventually you won't be able to regardless. If you can't sustain the negative, there's no way you're getting the concentric up.
So keep going all the way down, but don't go like halfway and try to push back.
No, just get down, control, then try to get up. Oh, I can't get up, cool, rack it. Okay. I want you to really focus on like every set, every rep you do, that you continue to make sure that it starts and finishes the same place from the first rep to the last rep. If you can't get it up at the bottom, that's the same bottom it was at the first rep, right? I don't want to see this thing here as your lowest part of the rep, and then it ends up being like here. Think of this, so you're doing a chin up. You're pulling it down, you're pushing it up. You're pulling it down, you're pushing it up. And you don't have to pause as much at the bottom as well too. So don't think they could sit here and pause, more so than getting here and up, right? It's a stretch, push, more so than a stop, press. Here we go.
Again?
Yeah, this last one. That's it. Down and up, you got it. 6, good. Good strong feet. 7, good. One more and rack it, one more and rack it. Come on, come on. Push, 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 push. Good, rack. Easy way, good. Right. And you know, like after that 9th rep, there's no way you're getting that next one up. Right, you knew that, right? So, right, and that's what's the big part of like being like mindful when you're training yourself, right? Knowing your own body cues of when you're coming to that end of your rep, of your set. Like, you know, like there's no way I'm getting that up. But you also have to know what one to go for as well too. You could have stopped at 8, but you definitely had 9.
Yeah.
But you definitely did not have 10, and you're gassed.
Yeah.
You're right.
I guess. That was the last set?
Yeah, that's it, man. Imagine one more set, man.
No.
No.
That's crazy, man. Like, for 25 pounds.
Right.
Like, that's my warm-up, but it felt like max weight.
And that's the thing. It's optimizing your training so it's more efficient. I can push a bunch of weight too, right? People are surprised when I go in the gym and they see me curl like 35 pounds. It's like I want to curl them. I can definitely swing 80.
Yeah.
That's like great. That doesn't do anything for me. Okay, so our third exercise, we're doing chest support, dumbbell reverse flies for the rear delts. We're gonna watch Kellan go over his form first, make a couple tweaks, and we're gonna head into a rep range of 12 to 15. Nice. Kellan works hard, right? There's a lot of things that I see, right, that we can optimize in this to make this a lot better. So if you look at this, he's doing a lot more of this than he is of this really working as hard. Keep going. You got it, keep going. Right? So primarily he's moving this weight by retracting his scapulas more than his delts. But his delts are getting work. One more. Good, relax. So just kind of relax and put your hands out, like put them like this in front of you. Good, now I want you to put a little bit of pressure on my hand here. Yeah, there you go. Right. Do you feel this working?
Yep.
Yeah, now keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Right? So right away, when it gets hard for you, you're starting to retract this. Right? I don't want this to retract until this has done its job and pulled this. Remember, your rear delt's job is to basically do the opposite of your chest's job. Let's pull it this way, right? We don't need our our traps to do that pulling until we're like right here to help finish pulling this thing back, right? We're looking at like bodybuilding. Your back double bicep is like basically here, right? In that position. We want to kind of do that, but we don't want this thing working until we're here. So when we're doing this again, I want you to think that I'm pushing away, right? So if I push away, right, you can see how it's extended. I'm gonna keep pushing away. And then when I get here, I'm pulling my scaps in, right? You're doing this first, which is very common because it's very easy for us to elevate that shoulder with all these muscles back here to do this. If I retract my scapulas, look how high my shoulders come up. Right? That's a long way to go, right? We want to have our rear delt, since that's what we're training, to do the work first, and then get the aid at the top. So we're here. Now, another thing too is we're going to use this part of the bench here as our guide to make sure that we're not using too much of our teres, major, minor, or our lats to do the pull as well too. Because basically what you end up doing is a very high row, right? And having the arms kind of coming back like this.
Yep.
Right? So this is, yeah, I can dummy weight like this all day long. I'm doing a row.
Yep.
I'm gonna push my hands away in front of this thing.
Okay.
Right? So when I go up, it stays on my delts and doesn't come back here or here,
Okay.
right? So we're gonna push that weight away here. We're gonna keep protracted a bit, and we're gonna try to touch the back of our palms to the very far side of each direction of the wall.
Okay.
So as far away as I can. I'm trying to spread as far as I can, lengthen this, reaching out, right? Just doing that alone is making my delts fire right off,
Okay.
right? I'm probably gonna have to reduce the weight too.
How to humble your clients.
Good. Now, remember, think same way here. Now see your shoulders, relax. There you go. Tight core, but relax these guys here. Now it's straight, there you go. Now when you're gonna pull, think elbows too, I don't want them pull it. There you go, yeah. Right, you feel the head? Yeah, cool. Now when you get that part, then pull those shoulder blades in. There you go. Now back down. Good, now they're not the touch, so I don't want shoulder adduction. I want your chest pulling in, doesn't need to pull in. Where they hang is where they hang.
Okay.
There you go. Leave them there, that's your range of motion. Pull from there up, as wide as you can, pinch, then back down. Right, up and down. I don't care what your tempo. Up and down, but don't bend those elbows so much. Reach. Reach, keep these in front of this. There you go, reach, there you go. Pull, come on, reach, come on. You're controlling it, no one's controlling else but you. That's it, come on, keep in front, pull. That's it, good. One more, come on, up. Good. Relax.
Holy man.
So this next set, again, we're gonna get better every set. Every set, after the other one, we're getting better. Each rep brings you better to the next better rep. So I want you to think you're pushing away, like literally, think of like being like this, and I'm trying to touch the wall as wide as I can. My scapulas can't retract if I'm pushing my hands away, right? They can right here, but they can't here, right? So I'm thinking this. Right? You see my elbows, how they're not doing this at the end?
Yep.
Right? Now there's room for that when we're intentionally doing it. But if we're doing it by just like our own body reacting to making it easier, we don't want that, right? So we're far away, we're pushing away. And you're trying to maintain that the entire time. And your delts feel, like how much do your delts feel?
I feel them.
They're roasted, right? And the funny thing is like, the stronger you get at doing these right, those 25 pounds you've done before will creep up faster like this. So do it again, get over top. There you go. Good, remember, I don't really care too much about the negative or some of the full range. That's it, there, perfect. That's it. Keep those arms in front of that bar. That's it. Come on, far. 14, come on, far. One more, come on. Good. Good pump.
Yeah.
There you go. Again, like you're doing this, like how much do you need to do? Like, so like some face pulls. Do you need to do face pulls too, as well as doing rear delts?
Probably not.
Probably not, but you can do this again on another day. Like on your chest day, or like if I'm gonna do like a bro split, if I do like say like a push pull, legs push pull, basically, something like that, then I'm gonna do like my first push day is gonna have, incorporate some shoulder in it. My second pull day will be my shoulder primary with a little bit of chest in it. Then I can get 2 days, right? I can get like my 8 hard sets of chest focused on that one day, and then I can do like 2 or 4 more sets on my shoulder day with that accessory. I can do like flies over here again, or like a dips or whatever, right?
So it's better to train it multiple times through the week?
Yeah.
Like a little bit?
Little bits, right? Like, and people think you have to do everything at once. You don't. You can just have a little bit of that one day and then share it with the next day. And give yourself enough time to heal. Because the next day you're going to do chest or upper again, right? You did what? A push-pull, legs, push-pull. So your Thursday is your shoulder day, right? That's 3 days. Your shoulders are pretty fresh. Back to your Monday, your shoulders will be pretty fresh. Your chest will be fresh. You're not dominating your chest on that shoulder day. You're just putting a little extra in there.
Yep.
And then you're giving yourself a better opportunity to like build muscle faster rather than doing like one muscle group. That's why I asked you earlier, you like a bro split, the other splits I don't like. For me, it's like not necessarily what the split is, more so in is it conducive to your lifestyle? Like if you're only have 5 days to train
Yep.
then I need to program my 5 days to be optimal for me to build the most amount of muscle.
Or if you miss a day for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and you're doing the bro split, then you miss that whole muscle group.
Exactly. You're done, right? So,
Yep.
all right,
Next.
one more, buddy. Good. Remember, long. I want you long, right? Protract. I want long, long, long. Yeah. There you go. Long. There you go. Long. There you go. All the way. That's it. Rock. That's it. There you go. Control. That's it. Take a little bit at the bottom. Take a deep breath in. Up. Squeeze it up. There you go. That's it. Come on. Rock into it, right? Ease into it. Ease into it. Up, up. Good. One more, one more, one more. You got it. Squeeze up. That's perfect. Good job. So I kind of said like rock into it. Like I use these little words when I say stuff like rock into it or like ease into it, right? That means like I want to be exact and intentional with every part of my movement. So from the first part of the movement to the last to the finish, it's with intention. I'm pulling from here and up. It's controlled. It's not type thing, right? So if it's like a rock into it and like ease into it, right? Rather than like swinging the weight up, momentum. That makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna finish off with a 3-motion lateral raise. It's a giant set of 3 different movements. So we have a front or lateral raise variation, and we're gonna stay pronated like this, right? So our hands aren't gonna come like this. They're gonna stay pronated, and we're gonna basically whip them to the front and then back down. So it's like basically doing like a, bring it from here, bring it in, and bringing it out. But it's gonna be in one fluid motion. And you're gonna lead with your pronated hand. You don't wanna do this steering wheel type thing, right?
Okay.
So I'll be on you with that, right? So we're gonna do 10 to 12 reps. I'm gonna keep it at 10 because I know right now it's gonna suck. It's gonna be a total of 30 or 36 reps,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So here for 10 to 12, into here for 10 to 12, and then into here for 10 to 12. Now there's 3 ways you can do this front raise. We're either gonna do this the hardest way. I'll show you the hardest way, which would be hovering over your knees like this, and from here to here with dumbbells. Or it gets hard, you could put those dumbbells together and do the same thing. And then the easiest way is basically hold your legs open, put them together here, and we can bring them like here, right? So I don't care what one you choose, you just can't rest these on your legs. We're only gonna do 2 sets of these, okay? 10 to 12 reps each movement within this giant set. Get them a little closer, because you're not gonna, feet closer. There you go, cool. Now you're gonna keep yourself nice and flat, let your arms hang at the side, keep them pronated, so we're gonna be like this.
Okay.
There you go, and this is gonna go from here to here and down. Yeah, and down, yep. 2, and back down. 6, keep pronated. 7, just a chin. 10, chin height. 11, there you go. One more. 12, good. Go into your lateral raises. 1, that's it. Up and down. 2, that's it, good. 3, look at those shoulder, look at those lateral raises. 6, this is where it starts to really suck. 7, there you go. Good, strong legs. 8, there you go. Good, 2 more. 1 more. Good, you can relax, but don't put them on your lap. Don't put them anywhere. Let them hang if you want to. Don't put them on your lap. Good, go.
Like this?
Ooh, yeah, go ahead. 1, ooh, perfect. 2, nice. 3, come on, get out, come on. 7, good. 8, 9, 10, come on. 11, come on. 1 more, pull, good, good.
Whew. Yeah.
I know the set gets really hard when the legs start doing this kind of stuff.
Quivering and
They start like, oh my God, right? So we're just talking about like body language in terms of like, when I can see a set getting really hard for an athlete is when they're literally, their legs start to kind of like buckle in a little bit, right? It's a natural fight or flight response for someone. So you're thinking about like uncomfortability or, pain, it's immediately retreat like this. And that's natural, right? Your body's going to do that. So I'm telling them during a set that we want to be aware of that. And if we can control our body awareness in terms of our physiology, those sets or reps that are taking us into failure where you want to retreat, we want to walk into the flame in a sense and take total control of our body to be able to get those extra reps. Because you're not going to get those reps you want to get when you let your body retreat. Because it says right away, stop. This hurts, this is painful. But we're intentionally in here to get to that level of pain that we need, that lactic acid buildup that we intentionally need to build the muscles as much as we can. So we got to take control of the body, not let the body control of us. You ready?
Again?
Last one, bud.
All right.
Do you want to do any more after this?
No. Might have to switch to 5.
That's the best. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Like this or this?
Yeah, there you go. Open up. 1, 2. Keep pronated. Come on. 6. That's it. 7. Good. That's it. Come on. Nice. 5. Good. Come on. 6. Nice. Come on. You got it. 7. Come on. Come on. 10. Come on. You got it. Come on. There you go. Last one. Come on. Get it up. Up, up, up. Good. Let's go. Last set. Last round. Let's go. You got it. You got it. Come on. Squeeze up. That's it. Come on. Push it up. Come on. 2. Come on. 3. Come on. Push up. 4. Good. Put them together. Good. There you go. All the way down. Come on. 7. Come on. Chest up. 8. Chest up. Come on. 9. Come on. 10. Good. 2 more. 1. Come on. 1 more. 1 more. Up, up, up. Touch, touch. Good. Good. Good work, man.
Thank you. Holy shit.
How your shoulders feel?
I can't feel them.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Any pain or just pump?
No, pain.
Pain?
It's pump and pain.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
lactic acid.
Yeah, good. That's it, dude. We can do some, some face pulls. Maybe after.
If we can stick with 5 pounds.
Some upright rows,
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe
So,
go back to overhead.
right? So again, your next day you do, say chest or something, add something else, like at the end of your chest workout, add face pulls.
So just add like one exercise from that day into your other.
Yeah, 1 or 2, right? It's basically finishing off what you didn't have to do on your chest day, right? Don't think you have to do everything in once. Everyone thinks they have to do like incline, flat bench, decline, dips, flies, triceps. It's like, chill out, right? Like I can take some of those and just put them on another day. Right?
But if your muscles are strained the next day from that from that workout, is it still okay to keep working that muscle group?
If you haven't recovered by the time you do that again, like fully recovered, like there's if you have like muscle soreness, right, and you can still have a good output in terms of like energy, you can still have the full range of motion, yes. But if it's restricting you from legitimately doing the actual rep, then no, don't. Right? Like take the day off and then take the actual day off. Don't push your entire week back just so you can do it again. Literally give that, like, if you're not recovered, cut it off. Right? So say you're doing a push-pull, legs, push-pull, and by the time you do your second push day, your shoulders are, still not recovered. Right? We're done.
Okay.
And then you just do your pull day, start again the next day. Don't push your entire week back to try and do that set or that day.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a killer workout from Jonni. Really got the lactic acid buildup and my muscles are very sore. It was a very humbling experience because typically I warm up with heavier weight than I've been using for this workout. I even work myself up to higher weight so I can see where my errors were with swinging and the range of motion wasn't good. So yeah, definitely stick with lighter weight and make sure the form is there and make sure you're contracting the muscles. But yeah, I'm feeling it.
Oh, it's good. So again, like it's understanding what we're training and then what's necessary in terms of like loading the muscle. And for me, shoulders are something that I feel that you don't have to load it as much. If we strategically put our routine in a way where we don't have to load a pressing movement, we can get more out of it. Now again, too, it's also, finding a weight that can do the most out of our exercise. And for the most part, that's gonna happen by having good form, right? The better form you have, the harder it's gonna feel at the start. And then you start getting a lot stronger within that range of motion, then all of a sudden you are lifting those 20 pounds, right? So you want a progressive overload and having the parameters of having good form and technique. So yeah, you can add weight and progressive overload, but if you're just swinging the weight around, what are we using? What are the variables that we're taking to tell us to go further in adding a load, right? So we killed it today. Love watching him train. He works hard. So it's not a question at all about that. It's about honing in that work ethic and putting into something more optimal, more efficient. That you're gonna get the best out of your workout through that way, right?
Yep.
So that is it, man. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys use any of these cues, let us know in the comment section below. Remember, we're putting out 2 videos of every week, so make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. And you guys know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing.
Keep dream chasing.
Yeah, do it again. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I don't know.
I don't like that. I like it.
Blue Star, baby. Mm.